Hello everyone, greetings of the day. We are at KIEC Avenue, Lalipati Marga, Putalisara, Kathmandu. And today I would like to introduce our students who recently attended the DSAT exam and his result is published too. So first of all, I would like to welcome him. Hello, Shuvam, could you introduce yourself in a brief?
Hello, I am Shuvam Shrestha. I recently sat for the August series examination of the DSAT and I scored 1410, 630 in evidence-based reading and writing, and 780 in mathematics section.
Wow, that's amazing. First of all, I would like to congratulate you.
Thank you.
So we have got pretty good scholars in DSHAT exam, and it's a matter of pride for us. So first of all, I would like to ask you a few questions concerning about your experience. So how did you feel when you attended your DSHAT exam?
I was quite nervous in the beginning,
Right.
but as I was giving the examination, I was focused in the question, so my nervousness was leveled out.
Right. So, what was the exam environment like when you entered the exam hall? How did you feel looking at the other colleagues or other candidates sitting around you and the way the exam was conducted? How did you feel about it?
It was quite crowded, but it did feel like my school grade room,
Right.
and everybody settled for examination. And as we started, it was quite silent at the beginning, but then later on, there was quite noisy.
Right. So, did you best utilize your completely 2 hour 14 minutes time to attend your DSHAT exam?
I'm sorry?
Did you utilize all the 2 hour 14 minutes time to accomplish the DSHAT exam, or you accomplished it a bit earlier?
Uh, English section, yes, I did finish it before the mark time.
Right.
Mathematics, I used the whole 2 hours for,
So,
the whole allocated time.
right. So, what were some of the challenges that you faced while approaching the exam, while attending the exam, especially in reading and writing section?
Reading and writing, the reading section was quite tough
Right.
and it was very difficult for me. I was quite anxious at the part where it was reading, but writing one was quite easy for me.
Right. So, what type of questions was the most difficult? I mean, the writing or reading related?
The reading, especially information and ideas, inferences, and
Right.
the vocabulary section.
Fine. So, uh, did you experience some kind of difficulties while approaching, or how did you manage to overcome those difficulties and challenges while continuing your let's say while approaching the questions one after the other?
I used my own technique. I was very comfortable with it. I used it before in my practice tests.
Right.
And I started with the writing section and then moved on into the reading section. And for the math section, I continued from in series from one
Right.
to the last question.
So moving ahead to math portion. So did you use any kind of let's say technological equipments while approaching math section?
Yes, I did take my scientific calculator, but
Right.
I used the inbuilt Desmos calculator more frequently than my actual physical calculator because it was more useful and it gave my answers on point.
Did you find any kind of challenging questions or some difficult questions while approaching the math section in DSHAT exam?
Yes, the geometry and trigonometric questions were a little tough for me,
Right.
but then after the results were published, I actually got all of them correct.
Fine. So, as you know, many of the students who are preparing for the DSHAT exam, they have some kind of nervousness. They feel that attending the exam would be something different. They would have some kind of strange feeling. They feel absolutely nervous when they have time to attend their real exam. So, what kind of idea, what kind of piece of advice would you like to give to them to build up confidence to attend the exam?
Well, being nervous and anxious is it's not unique, it's very common, and
Right.
it's okay being nervous, but then while attending the examination, I suggest you calm down and then just focus on the questions and finish it within the given time.
So, would you like to recommend them any important resources or any special websites for the support of their practices or for some additional practices to build up their confidence?
My recommendations are Khan Academy and the official College Board suite, question bank from there, and then books you can refer to Erica Meltzer's English books.
Right.
And I don't think it's necessary to focus on others. Required only these that I recommend.
So, how far the mock test that you attended at KIEC Learning Center were useful for you to build up your confidence to attend the real exam?
Well, they were quite useful for me. I
Right.
learned the exam situation, how the exam is going to be conducted
Right.
before placing for the actual test, and then it was very useful as I was able to give my exam accordingly.
Fine. So, wrapping up our conversation, finally, do you have any special piece of advice or some recommendation for those who are preparing for DSHAT exam very soon?
My personal recommendation and advice is that you focus on time management and learning the technique to tackle the questions rather than cramming,
Right.
and learning the question pattern as well, and then finding your own technique to tackle the questions rather not going from serially, not going from the first question to the end, but finding your own way how you're comfortable so that you can manage time.
Well, thank you. Thanks so much for your time and your precious advice for those candidates who are preparing for the DSHAT exam. I'm pretty sure that that will be really helpful for them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
KIEC KIEC क्यानाडा अस्ट्रेलिया हुन्छ बेलायत नि KIEC KIEC विदेश जाने पुरा हुन्छ सपना बच्चेदेखिको